sheet, just regular fitted sheet, and I have extra layers. So ideally, this towel should not be touching the ground. So 2 meters, probably 2 yards or something. This is a bit too long, but this is just a normal scarf. But this is gonna be extra layer for extra dripping to protect the body. And this is the top sheet. Okay, Brandy, can you go ahead under the sheet and just remove your clothes? So you can take your own videos, but I would suggest not to take more than 5 minutes because it's gonna be hard to share the file. And like I said, she will be the one that recording the whole class for us. One second, let me give you instruction. ที่แบบว่าไม่ถ่ายยาวนะคะเอาแบบไม่เอาเป็นเทคนิคบายเทคนิคค่ะ
Got you. Okay.
เนี่ยประมาณเนี้ยแบบวันหนึ่งทีโฟกัสเป็นเทคนิคบายเทคนิคแล้วก็ซูมแขนได้ให้คนเห็นเลยประมาณเนี้ยค่ะนะอันนี้ไม่ถึงด้วยซ้ำ So I'm just suggesting her to take a short video so you guys can solve up because this will be a lot of material. And face down, please. So do you have any neck, any shoulders issue at all? Okay, perfect. Do you need a bolster?
Yes.
I have one for you. It has bolster.
Yeah.
Tight. Arms on the table. Are we too loud?
No, they are not.
Shut the door.
They close the door loud out there.
Yeah. The thing is like it's gonna be hot here as well.
Can you open the door in the back there?
So,
Yeah.
I have to remind myself
Maybe
when
water.
when
Yeah?
and
then you'll be sticky.
Sorry.
Just say it in time.
No, like I've been teaching in Europe a lot, and they have different practice. Like the cheese and everything's different. So we are in the USA, and you know the massage is made for us, like big enough to cover.
It's a lawsuit right there.
Okay, so when I start, I love to make sure that I put the sheet tight. I love to put the sheet from the feet all cover the head. And now, you know, this is not very usual. Do you wear underwear? So yeah, it's common in the US that people don't wear underwear. But you know, underwear, it's okay, you be covered. Hopefully I do good things.
You didn't tell me.
It's okay, this is normal. So yeah, I mean, if your client wear underwear, I like to tuck the draping inside the underwear just to create a boundary. But if your client doesn't wear underwear, and it's very common here. So I'm gonna lower here and make sure it's tuck, side tucking. Okay, before we start, I want you to come around and help me analyze the body in front of us today. And try to help me pinpoint what do you see here. Like from the neck all the way down.
Let's hip is elevated.
Left hip,
Yeah.
right. This is the right, this is the left. Yeah, it's very obvious now. Yeah, just breathe and relax, Randy. So yeah, from the neck all the way down, what do you see here? This is our information because, you know.
And then it's
The left side is like that.
Yeah, that's exactly
What else? So Randy, how do you use your body in general? Like sitting a lot, standing a lot,
Standing a lot. Yeah.
standing a lot, you walk a lot as well?
Yeah.
What do you do for a living, can I ask?
Real estate.
I need a house.
Working out. Yeah, working on the house.
Yeah, I need a house. Okay, back to the subject. Okay, so because like when you walk in, this is very common. Your client, what can happen today? Anything I should know? No, nothing's wrong. But you know, the body will tell you the truth. You see that the left side a little more shortened. It's normal. This is not bad at all, but it's very common. So because the left leg is, you're right-handed or left-handed?
Right.
Yeah, oftentimes if people are right-handed, the left side is not much putting to work. Just like when you drive a car, you use the right side more than the left. So the left doing nothing, just hanging out, just like your daily activity as well. So in Randy, you see the left side is the muscle mass a little smaller, atrophy a little bit. He's a very healthy body, but you can still see the difference. And the elevation, which side higher?
Left side.
Yeah. So the left side is like more elevated.
He's anteriorly rotated on the right hip. That's why the SI joint is deeper in there.
Yeah.
He's rotated this way.
like
That
inward.
one is backwards.
Internally
Shoulder is
rotate.
elevated and that shoulder obviously works harder.
Yeah,
Because he's right-handed.
you're right, yeah, the right-handed, the right side move is stronger, work harder. The left side is weaker. What is it?
He works on oxygen deprivation. So on this area right here, his diaphragm is really short. So this his erectors are really high right
Yeah.
through here, compared to that one. So
Yeah.
he compensates.
Yeah.
Taking a breath is fine.
Yeah, I can see now. So the more we talk about it, the more we can see the left side here. See, that's why it's important before you start the session. It's good to take a moment to look at your clients, not just get to work right away. Just take the time to analyze. And if he's my real client, I'm gonna focus on the left more than the right.
Except the left side also you can see that
Yeah.
TNJ because of the
Yep. Scallion. And SEM, you see, pretty much like pulling, shorten here. So yeah, because like the elevation on the left side. So yeah, that's a little information that we can take back to practice and observe the bodies in front of you more. All right, Randy, do you have any ache and pain?
Not really.
Perfect. All right, so I'm gonna focus on the left side and try to even out. Yeah. Because it will be on my table already, so you can more work. So when you work, I borrow a lot of tools from Thai massage because Thai massage allow us to use many tools in the body. Forearm is my main tool, not the elbows, because elbow hurts. Elbow is like nails, and hurt, no pain, no gain is such a thing. Pain means pains, okay? So I try to use my elbow though, just a little bit, but my main tool with my forearm is to make your arm like snakes. You have a big belly right here, this is a very strong muscle, and I use my body weight to lean onto the body. So what's deep tissue to you? 1, 2, 3, 4. What's deep tissue to you?
Sinking and slow
Body.
What
into the
else?
muscle.
It's brainstorming.
working through the layers,
Perfect answer. What else?
going deep to make the fluid that is retains on the muscle.
Yeah, right, girls. What else? So yeah, deep tissue means like we work layer down, we try to access the deep layer, and we try to mobilize, we try to remove waste product. We try to draw more circulation, but the technique is how to layer the tissue down fast because we don't have much time in each session. And like my practice, I try to do everything at once because I only work for 60 minutes. So I try to cover everything, so that's why I have to deploy the techniques. And the technique that you're seeing today is gonna be like my innovation. Something could be new to you, something could be old, something could be, something to learn. All right, so, and I love to use my strong part of the body, strong muscle group, which is the core, the glutes, to work. So I try to use my hands, your hands are just the tools. You should not rest away a lot of pressure on your palms because you're gonna develop more carpal tunnel, neck issue, shoulder issue. Who has neck pain? Who has back pain? Who has ankle pain, knee pains? From later on, 20 years in experience is gonna get to your body if you don't use your body mechanic, if you don't choose the right tools. So Thai massage allows us to use our palms, our elbow, our knee, our tibia, our foot. So today, that's why we're gonna use these techniques. Anything but palms. So save your palm to count money, or to send me Venmo, or to PayPal me, or sell me only, okay?
Yeah.
If you use the palm,
That's
I'm
good.
gonna remind you, your hands to Venmo me only. Okay, so I love to introduce my tool to my client. พี่ปามาฝั่งนี้ก็ได้นะคะ Part the way. So I love to stand in warrior one in yoga because the strongest muscle is your gluteus muscle, and rotate your body weight forward and transfer your body weight toward the client. So I love to begin to place the palm over the shoulder, not like this. Try to spread the palm and try to grip all the tissue and both sides. And now when I shift my weight, I turn to my body. You see my arm remain straight and just rotate from my hip, and try to push until the fascia begin to stretch. So rest the palm and now, and he's, how much do you weigh?
Maybe 195.
Yeah, and I'm small, we are small, and we have to big on the body like that. So yeah, you have to use your body weight, just rotate and turn, and you can change your leg and see that. Just use your body weight to push. My hand remains there. I don't like to strain my muscle this way. It's gonna come to you. It's gonna come to your hand, neck, and shoulder, and everything. So keep your arms straight and rotate your body side to side. How does it feel, Randy? And the next one, your hand hook on the neck. One hand push on the shoulder. See that? I just rotate my body this way, hook on the occipital area, and now rotate the whole body. So it doesn't matter how big is your client, and you can change the step, change the hand, hook on the head, one palm, and stretch. How does it feel, Randy? It's really, really good and effortless. And if you have very thick body, you see that I can use my knee to pin on the very soft spot of upper trapezius. My hand can grip on to the latissimus right here, and now just pin the knee, pin, pin, pin. But my body weight shift from the back hip and transfer the pressure all the way to the upper trapezius. My hand hook on the, not really in the armpit, not this way, just grip, and then shift the weight. How does it feel, Randy?
That's great.
Huh?
Great.
Yeah, and then see that? Very precise, soft spot, upper trapezius, grip. See that I shift my body, transfer the pressure, and slowly pin the pressure all the way down. How does it feel, Randy? Your hand used to count money when mommy only. Palpation, okay? And here, I know that you see the left hips, the left like QL or the erector really shorten. I'm gonna begin to lengthen, but lengthen, I need to hook my hands, grip, and now fascia release to stretch. Pin onto the tissue, 3, 2, 1, my arms still remain straight. Lengthening, lengthening, lengthening. Good. And I can notice that he breathing with me. That's really wonderful. And I'm going to begin to introduce my tools. Now I'm going to pin my knees on the glute. So just like the exercise we did earlier, shift the weight to this leg, hand pin on the glute. This is your new tool. Just stand right here. Make sure your knees on the right spot, either gluteus medius or piriformis. Now the next one, I'm gonna grab my hand, see, because we have to protect the clients. Try to like loosen up the draping and now grab the hip crest. Grab the hips bone. Knees still pinning on the glute. The point is your legs right here. Shift the weight to this knee, rotate the knees out, bend the knee, hand grab the hips, and now use my body for rotation.
Sit and hold the
Nice.
ground.
Yeah?
Sit and hold the ground.
Yeah. So shift the body and rotate him toward this knee. Grab the hips, begin to grab the hips bone, and now a rotation. Why? Because I want to make sure to begin to release his psoas muscle from here, and my knee give a lot of good pressure on the glute. How does it feel, Randy? Yeah. Second voice. How does it feel? Grab and now rotate. It helps. Okay, so your knee is right here, and now I also love to like pin the palms on the erector just to warm up. And Randy is, much heavier than me, much bigger than me, so I love to begin to get on the table. Your knee can pin on the glute, and now I used to use the base of the palm just to pin on the erector group, and now slowly glide down and pin downward. Again, myofascial, no oil. How does it feel? And you see that my knee pin and pull downward this way because I want to create the length from here. But again, this is no oil. If you put too much pressure, it's gonna give a lot of skin burn. So just slow, nice and slow. Your knee can be on the glute, your foot can be on the hamstring, or your knee can be on the hamstring as well. Or if you don't want it, knee on the table. And then just use your body mechanic, lean over. You see my arm remains straight the whole time. And if I want to change the side, I'm just gonna step over and then change, pin down, glide downward. My foot can be right here, my foot can be right here. Just pin on the body and then you can add rocking at the same time. So at this point, Randy should feel relaxed. Are you? So can I borrow somebody's
Headrest.
Yes.
I'm falling down.
Yes.
You want me to adjust?
Okay, now move on. So sometimes I love to like add rotation, just begin to loosen up around the hips area, the lower back area, but my palm still gripping on the tissue and glide. And glide. So because now my hand is here, I can begin to grab and pull. So I can grip upper trapezius, sit on your butt, and just pull downward. My hand remains straight, nothing. Grip and stretch. And then if it's very big body, go ahead, get on the table. Again, female boobies. That's why we need this to cover. So, step your legs on the table, hand rest on the hip, grab the shoulder, sit.
Just wait. Can I do this to you?
So because I want the weight of the head to like lengthen the neck muscles more, and just sit back, you can grab the shoulder, lower down and begin to stretch. And once because you're here, the draping cover the shoulder. If you don't want to use your knee, another tool, use your heel. Your heel is like a tennis ball. So now the heel can pin on the glutes, piriformis, gluteus medius, rocking, and toward the end. Pin your heel to the muscle group that you're working, and you have draping. Just slowly, am I choking you? Yeah. Heel push, and now bring the body to your toes. Your leg remains straight, push opposite direction. Your arm remains straight, and pull backward. And now your heels pin on very superficial, not on the floating ribs. Pin on the erector. Again, pin, begin to penetrate the weight on it. And now pull the body to your toes. How does it feel, Randy?
Really great stretch.
Yep. And see that? Don't put too much pressure. Not on the ribs. Very superficial layer. Your heel. My foot is clean, by the way. Oh, always ask permission from your clients if you can use the foot. 99% of my clients get happy. Just 1%. Nah, yeah. It's okay. Push and then stretch. And then you can do the same on the other side. Okay? So we do a lot of warm up. You don't want to be on the table. You can remain on the ground. But see that? One leg go backward. And now lean the weight forward, gliding the palms down. But if your client is big, you want more pressure, stay on the table, pin and push and glide down. I just repeat what we did earlier. Knee pin on the glute, hand grip on the shoulder, shin on the other side, same thing. Knee pin on the glute, and now grab the shoulder backward, or stabilize yourself, cross over, grab everything. The draping and the arm cover the chest. Grab the shoulder, sit back on your hips, begin to stretch. Grab the shoulder, begin to stretch. Hands on the hip, take the arm with you and then sit back. It doesn't matter how big, how heavy your client, if you smartly use your body as a tool, it works as wonderful. See that? Hand. You can walk here as well.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Even if I have 2 clients that are 400 pounds,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have bars in the ceiling, which helps, I walk on them, but I don't know if I could lift.
You don't have to do what you feel comfortable. Yeah, save your body first. They can come the day after, they can come next month to do more. Yeah. So hand press on the hips, sit back on your glute, and then use your body weight, pull backward. I can show on Gustavo. I'm sure it's gonna work as well.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Now, this is how I introduce my session. A lot of fascia releasing and stretching. And bring the arms on the tables again. Do you start to see any difference? Not yet. Now I'm going to begin to oil. It's just for palpation. Just apply the products. And I love to like palpate and try to feel the bumpiness underneath, the fluid underneath. And here of Gustavo, not Gustavo, of Randy. I can feel a little fluid sac right here, and that's telling me a little discomfort. Maybe he doesn't feel it, but when the body accumulates fluids, that means there might be some injury, like micro tear levels, but not that bad. Today we're gonna discover a lot more when you pair with your friends. All right, so now I'm gonna begin to warming up. I'm gonna use my forearms. When you do the forearm stroke, I love to step my outside leg forward, lean the pressure onto the tissue, and now I'm not gonna bend. I'm gonna walk, change the arm, lean the weight to the tissue, outside leg forward like warrior one, walk, because as I walk, my body weight gonna follow my tools. See, just from this is lomi. Walk your stroke. But if you don't feel like walking, you can stand to center, turn the body to the head, lean the weight over, and then a little pressure on the money making area. And swipe up, rotate the body to the hips, change the hand. See, glide all the way down. Pick the tissue, walk, and now see that I can walk all over the body, just to try to say hello to the entire upper back that I'm going to be working today, and try to observe at the same time how's the erector group, and lean the pressure. How does it feel, Randy?
So good.
Be honest.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. And see that? I begin to go lay it down right away. After do a lot of warming up, lay it down, lean the weight onto him. See? Really sticky, lean the weight onto him. No effort. Save your hand. And if your body is really big, really thick, heavy, sometimes I'm just pin my knee on his palm and now even lean deeper, drop more pressure. No wasting like this? No. Just lean. You still look cool when you massage. That's the point. Alright. Okay, so let's say that we warm up the tissue real quick. Try to make sure that we move the fluid. And now I'm going to introduce the basic stretching before we start to do the work. So, the first one, bend the knee like warrior two in yoga. Make sure you see this technique. Bend the knee like warrior two in yoga. Bend the knee that turn to the feet. This is warrior two. Now, rest the palm on your knee. So, I'm gonna look at his head because now I want to begin to rotate and stretch. Hands on receiver on your knee, lunging your knee away. And you see that? I just bend the knee, his neck, rotate and turn, and release. How does it feel, Randy? One more time. Hands on the knee, pin the palms on your knee, lunge away. Make sure that you can rotate the neck, stretch the shoulder, and turn. Easy. That's number one. Number two, Number two, you need a little oil. You see that? Outside leg forward, always. Outside palm, scoop underneath the shoulder, pick it up. And now top hand just rest on top. Now I'm gonna uppercut stroke, like punching, bend the front knee, return, bend the front knee, and lift the shoulder together with your movement and return. How does it feel, Randy? Go up, down, up, down. So that's the basic tool that I love to use while, warming up, telling the client exactly what to do. And here, you can have very dense QL. Sometimes I'm gonna bring my knee all the way. Hook the body, and now use my knee to grip on the QL and glide all the way down. How does it feel, Randy? Good. You also have draping here. Stabilize yourself, pin the knee on the QL, and glide all the way down. If you choose to grab on the draping, it must be short and tight, so you can deliver the pressure from your lower body onto the tissue. Or if you don't want to use the cloth, you have to grip onto the body and knee pin on the tissue and glide all the way down. The whole idea is loosen up this area quickly. We good? Now let's get into the techniques. boyfriends. That way, please. All of you.
Oh.
You can see my butt. Okay? So, a lot of oil. So, shoulder injuries. This is not for frozen shoulder, but a lot of shoulder pain. Most of the time is on this acromion process right here, right? Because the pec major attached to the bicep. So a lot of people have density and pain right here. I'm sure all of you too, because of our activity, we put a lot of internal rotation of the shoulders. So, and we don't walk like this, so apart. And the muscle can be really tight. So before we begin like any deep stretching, I love to start on the acromion. So outside leg forward. Your inside palm with a lot of oil placed underneath. You can sit down if you're tired. So now I'm gonna use the gravity, the whole palm resting under the acromion. And now I'm just gonna use my palm for palpation. My palm for palpation, the whole weight of the shoulder and the jaw here gonna fall into my palm. Effortless. So now I'm just gonna try to feel his pec major. You see my finger? My finger under the collarbone. Grip. Pec major, glide all the way down. How does it feel, Randy? Yeah. And it's intense. You can choose a level. You can be gentle, grip, and glide down. How does it feel, Randy? See, it's much better. So the whole idea is that use the gravity. Now the whole muscle fall into your palm. You do nothing. Just glide your finger like this, but don't keep your palm together. Spread out like tiger, Black Panther. Pull all the way down. So we try to warm up the pec major from underneath here, and now we try to like palpate the pain spot. You see my finger? Do you feel it, Randy?
Very much.
This is a common area that people hold a lot of pain and tension. So the first technique, just palpation, loosen up all these attachments. And we try to glide toward the lymphatic nodes, the lymph node. It's okay, you can go that way to go. Yeah. So that's technique one. If you stand up, make sure stabilize your standing, leg wide apart, grip, glide down. Technique two. So technique one, just palpation, loosen up. Technique two. Now I'm gonna use the base of my thumb. See that? Make a fist, lift, pull. So lift, hook the tissue. Very sticky. And now glide toward the deltoid, anterior deltoid. If possible, pick. And now try to glide toward the lymph node. Hi Randy, how does it feel?
I'm awake.
It could be very intense but if you hit the bones, try not to put pressure on the bones. It's gonna hurt. Try to pick a very sticky, dense spot and remove. So we don't mean harms. We just try to like loosen up or just finger gripping. Finger grip and glide. My thumbs hook and rotate. So my thumbs hook on the tissue, lift and rotate. That's all. It worked wonderful. Is that right, Randy? Do they pay you to say this?
What?
Okay, sorry. So the first one,
I'm
palpation.
gonna say uncle.
You are in my hand. Just be careful what you say. I'm kidding. So number two, pick and rotate. So this is really good technique. See that? Loosen up all the stickiness here, the density, the pain spot right here. Number three, mobilization. Nice and easy. Again, outside leg forward, inside palm, lift from underneath, outside hand. Now mobilize everything together. Pull the shoulder out, traction, lift and return. And if his arm moving around too much, sometimes I use my body to lock. And now grip, rotate. How does it feel, Randy? It's really good. This is number three. You tight enough? Number four. Inside palm still underneath, hang the arms down. And this one, I'm gonna use my legs to carry his arm, just to lock the arm in position. And now, see that? Squeeze above the knee. Squeeze above the wrist, not here. He has no idea what's going on, right? He has no idea.
Right.
He doesn't know. So there's no intention, but the idea is to keep above the knee. And see that? My hand hold the table. To make this technique work, allow your body to isolate the muscle group. Now I'm gonna focus on my core. Now I'm gonna focus on my adductor. Hands hold the table, step the body backward, pull back, and stretch. He's thick, dense, heavy. But if you use your body right, it's gonna work. But if you just focus on the palm occupied like this, your brain cannot focus on this movement. Hands hold the table, lock, pull the body backward, and doesn't matter how heavy, how dense it is. See that? The neck and shoulder rotate, it works. How does it feel, Randy? Yeah. And because of pull, see that? My muscle begin to like working on stretching his wrist, elbow, and the arms. Good. This is number 4, just stretching. Number 5, bicep works. Because we are in this position already, palm is also forward. Now scoop his bicep, and now just milking underneath. But because of my legs, you're holding his arm, see that? I can create traction, movement, and my finger.
Look at head, turn purple.
Turn purple. He's not dead. It's circulation. So, see that? I just keep pulling, tracking, but my palm. Now your hand have like a cup. You can add pressure, and I love to use cross fiber stroke. Cross fiber stroke. Now I want to target the biceps, but we cannot do much work on the bicep from here. Bicep will do a lot tomorrow. This is just to warm up. So that's the milking, cross fiber stroke of the bicep. Now since we're here, lengthening 45 degrees. We're gonna work on the triceps. A lot of people have weak triceps because they don't do this all the time. So they focus more on bicep crunching because, you know, activities. So a lot of people, if you don't work out in the gym, your tricep can be really dense and tight. Now, outside leg forward. And your outside hand, just support underneath the elbow. Inside forearm, just go along to the border of the triceps. Go all the way up, because if I work directly on the tricep, it's gonna hurt. And once you hurt the body, the brain register the sensation, this kind of work hurts me. I'm gonna fight back. I'm gonna contract the muscle to protect myself. So the best massage is not to hurt anyone. So I support under the elbow just to lock the tricep under my tool. And now see that I use my forearm sliding across the border of the tricep. And I shift my pressure from my back hips. But sometimes the tricep might not work on from this position. For example, Randy, he has holding a lot of pain and tension. You see the fluid here? This is fluid sac. This is like waste product that's waiting to be removed from the body. But because the lymphatic works so slow, that's why he needs massage. So that's tricep 1. Tricep number 2, I'm gonna stay over the head. Outside leg forward. The triceps still remain 45 degrees stretching here. Outside palm, scoop underneath. The first one, you can sit down, palms to palm. So palm compress the tricep and just push from my back hip pushing forward. So my palms compress the triceps. This is 1. If you don't want to use your hand, now 2, same thing, see, lunging position, rotate the weight from your back hips and glide the triceps, glide. How does it feel, Randy? It's really, really good. And see that I'm still staying on the border of the triceps, not directly on the muscle. See that? I turn my elbow, follow along all the way to the attachment. Starting from here, lean the weight from the back hips. My whole idea is to loosen up the adhesive tissue. The muscle can become really sticky and adhesive. That's why we use massage to draw more circulation, to soften the tissue, and allow the body to recover. This is a forearm stroke. If you don't want to use your forearm stroke, you have your bamboo, natural bamboo, tibia. Boyfriend, girlfriend, you see my bamboo? Go that way. You see my butt. So there's so many tools here. You can use the round knee. The round knee is very precise, very strong, and it's free. TB is super strong, so you have to choose the right pressure on this muscle. To use this technique, you have to grab the draping, make sure the arms stay out. This one. And now, I'm gonna use my knee, starting from the posterior deltoid. See that? Randy, you okay?
Yeah, okay.
Pin, glide, all the way down. Nice and strong pressure. That's why you have to control the foot that remain on the ground. And this one, very gentle. If your client need more pressure, you can deliver a lot of deep pressure as much as you want, but there's no need. So I'm gonna pick the right pressure for him. How is it, Randy? This is very strong too.
Very strong.
So now you have tibia, super strong. It's like a knife and scraper. How does it feel, Randy? Very strong. Convincing. How is it, Randy? So yeah. So the tibia is a scraper. No need to buy it. Some people try to sell me on Instagram, but nah, come on. The next two is your foot. Foot is really nice, broad, and soft. Okay. Now, see that? Hold the draping tight and deliver your foot stroke. I can use my heel very precisely, push the pressure, push, push, push. Randy, palms, forearms, knee, foot. What stroke? What tool do you like the most?
That one feels great.
Which one?
The foot.
Huh?
The foot.
The foot is really good, but it's very unconditional. No,
Unconventional.
unconventional. Thank you. Yeah, because not many people use the foot, right? So, Thai massage, we use foot all the time. It's just not common in the Western country, but the foot is really good and save your palm to Venmo me. So, since we're here, we use the foot to the tricep. Now, we can use the foot to very soft spot of upper trapezius. How do you like it, Randy?
Great.
This is a money making spot. So I just use the arch of my foot, rolling on the very sticky, very stubborn tissue on upper trapezius or levator scapulae. And see that? I can turn on my H. That's very strong as well. Am I hurting you, Randy? And since we're here, I can drop my foot on the erector. And now, glide, glide, glide. Push all the way to the lower back and push. His lower back is not that fun, but when I see your guy's lower back, it will be so much fun. Heel push, 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 and try to push all the way. And here, see that? You can hook your knee on the QL, as I did earlier. Push, 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 no fun, but it's good. Okay, so, recap. You guys okay?
Yeah.
As I predict, you're gonna be tired by 11 a.m. We do the tricep, bicep, and this is an add-on, foot on the back. Now we're gonna come back to the shoulder work. Come back to the shoulder. So, I'm gonna begin to lift his arm together with the draping and sit underneath. See, no boob exposed and no breast touching. And now your knee must be under the shoulder to support, just like that. And here, if you need more shoulder work, don't forget, ground your foot on the floor to reinforce your pressure. You can lean the pressure onto the upper trapezius, erector group, rhomboid, drop the pressure, glide all the way downward to your lower back. How does it feel, Randy?
Great.
It's very strong pressure with no effort. Push your foot on the ground, breathe for your life.
And you're not using your elbow.
Nope. I'm just use the whole bone right here, but not the elbow. The elbow you can. I use my own judgment. If I want to use my elbow, I can use a little bit. But this is with oil, no way that he can get hurt, right? Yeah. And now, money making spot. I'm just gonna use my elbow a little bit. See that? I can push all the way the occipital, like all the way up and down. If you want to focus more on the rhomboid, see that? I can hook the shoulder, lean. You must look cool as well. Shoulders down.
Cool.
And just like pin the elbow. Now I can use the elbow because it's small area. So I have to be precise, glide all the way around the scapula. Good? Now, back to stretching. So, first one, hands on the knee, My legs remain the same, must be under the shoulder, foot on the ground. This is a reinforced one. Hands or knee, move your body away. Very strong, effortless. And return. Nothing touching. Hands or knee, he doesn't know anything. Now he just feels like, oh, I feel so good. Is that right, Randy? He doesn't think like, I'm gonna squeeze her knee, I'm gonna touch her thigh. No way. Hands and knee, move your body away and stretch. That's the first one. Okay? Now two. Oh my god, look at that. Now two, pull the arms over the head like swimming stroke. Just over the head. And now you're gonna bend your body downward. Try to loosen up all the knuckles. Do you hear that? All the fingers, all the wrists, and all the thumbs. Now you own your house. Pull all the way down. Pull all the way down and stretch. The reason that we do swimming stroke because we want to pull the shoulder blades out of the socket. And here, see that if you have lumbar issue, you can just slowly come back and now drop a little pressure and glide all the way down. You good? Your elbow, this time elbow. Elbow pin on the money making spot. Your client love you, pay you more money, pin on this spot. Your inside palm interlace your finger. Your outside hand, back. Grab the elbow, in, out, healthy shoulders. In, are you out? And now full circumduction, but see that my elbow's not moving, my elbow's staying on the money making spot, and I'm using his own body weight to compress. And now you can slide all the way down as well and stretch. Now rest the hand on the head. Rest the hand on the head. Your outside hand go underneath, hold the palm, oh no, hold the back of the neck. Keep the hand on your head. Hand grip on the back of the neck, boobs out, cover. And now see that finger gripping, rotate and stretch. Your hand hold the draping to use a claw to stretch from underneath. Hold the draping, grab the back of the neck and stretch. How does it feel? Grip, grip and glide. See that, my fingertips? Hook the tissue, grip and glide. If you want to intensify the stretch, stand up. Outside leg forward, pull the draping, grip and stretch. If you want to add more stretching, your underneath arm, just lift, side bending. Hands on the head. And stretch. And from here, your, hold on. So the draping, just tuck underneath here, just to protect the side boobs. And here, your elbows, your forearms, working on it, stretching and long stroke for athletes, bodybuilder. See that I can working on the latissimus dorsi. พี่ปามันหลังมาหลังได้แล้วพี่ปาหลัง side boobs covered. See that the elbow, breathe for your life, Randy. My elbow can begin to compress on the latissimus dorsi from here. So it's really good for athletes, professional athletes as well. See that pin underneath and glide all the way down. Or you can use your knee. Pin, because knee is very broad, very precise, and really good. How does it feel, Randy?
I can't talk.
Yeah, see that? Use the knee to hook and pick the tissue and stretch. This is gonna get also to the teres group from here. Very good. You guys good? Yeah. Now, next one, we're gonna work on the arms. Bring the arms back on the table. So, we're gonna start with the FRR stroke, just to warm up. You okay, Randy? So, just a basic FRR. But when you use the palm stroke, walk your steps with your stroke. Walk. Your palms are just a tool. Walk your step with your stroke. Allow the body weight to drop onto the palms. Pressure comes from the body weight, not come from your shoulder, neck and shoulder. But hand to bend mommy. Let's use the forearms. Outside leg forward. And now lean onto the tissue. Add the step and just try to skip the joint. Walk, walk, walk. How's the pressure, Randy? Wake up!
I'm awake.
Sorry. So this, see that? It's very dense, the flexor group right here. So, and with a tissue like this, it can develop like tendinopathies, like tennis elbow, walk, walk, walk. So, this is a forearm stroke. Now, we have the knee. Hands hold the palms. Sometimes I love to use the sheet just to hold. And now, I'm gonna use my tibia. So for those carpal tunnel, I love this technique. So use the knee to glide and push, and maybe circling your knees around this area. Try to loosen up the tissue and try to remove the excess fluid from here. Skip the bone, knee glide all the way up to the shoulder. If his biceps or tricep needs more work, see that? I can use my patella or my round knee or my tibia to work in this area. Am I hurting you, Randy?
It's okay, it's very strong.
Yeah, very strong, with no effort. Save your hands, save your neck and your shoulder, save your medical bills. Okay, so you can also use your foot if you like to, but since my foot is here, I'm going to introduce you to the next technique that I really like. So basically, look at it. Pull the arms out, lift everything and place your foot underneath. Hold on. So this is a draping. Place your foot underneath the draping. See that? And your toe should be under the collarbone. This is my foot. See that? Underneath the collarbone. It should be under the pec. And arm hanging out. And now go around and behind. LAPD. What do you call Florida police? LAPD. That's the all know. LAPD. Foot underneath. Now lift the foot and pull your body backward. Am I killing you?
Almost.
Be nice. Again, hand, put the LAPD cross arm behind, and now you just lift the foot, lift the toes up like this, and now rotate the toe outside way. Try to like bring the shoulder blade out of the socket to loosen up the tissue and return. Lift, pull out, track backward, and return. No effort. And now your hands right here, you can grab, or I love to stick my fingers rolling around the sticky shoulder blades. The rumble from underneath is so good. See that? You can lift at the same time with this motion, with this stroke. And pull backward, pull backward. If you want to give the stretch to the maximum,
I love it.
straighten the leg all the way.
Are your toes stiff or they're loose?
My toes loose. So now I'm just like lift my foot like this. I don't really move my toes. So the whole foot just like lift like that.
Yes.
I relax my toes. See that?
So it's not like like in that press.
More like the pec, more like on the collarbone. Can I see? So good. See that? Thank you. Okay. So we are from here, blah, 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 right? Stretch, 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 and now slowly bring the arms down. All right, so we're warming up, we use FRS, we do lots of intense stretch. Now let's move on to the arm stretching. So the first one, Hannah, step your outer leg on the table, raise the receiver palm on your hips, and use your belly to squeeze and pull backward. So you have to like firm on your standing. Use your body to compress the palm, no hands. Just act cool and lean back. Basically, when you see the neck rotates, the shoulder stretch, it works. Right, Randy?
Works.
Perfect. And now, together with this stroke, you can scoot the palm underneath and now add mobilization, add traction at the same time. This is going to be a little challenging. I'm going to give you option when you practice. Next one, bring your knee closer. See that? Knee underneath the elbow. So the whole idea right here to stretch the pec and also the tricep. Your back hand, grab the wrist, bend it down, use your body to pull backward and stretch. Doesn't matter how heavy your client, how stiff they are, is gonna work. See? So the baseline is try to reverse. Hook the elbow on your knee, rotate your body away. But see that? I try to encourage external rotation, not internal rotation. External rotation is like pull all the way backward to loosen up the attachment around the acromion here. You good? Okay, so the easy way, the hand closer to the head, just lock underneath the elbow, and now the palm พี่ปาเห็นมือหลังไหม the back palm มาฝั่งนี้ก่อน scoop underneath, and now raise the hand, and now track backward. So basically, hi Randy, I use my body weight to stretch him. Your legs must be wide and firm and strong to be able to do this technique and pull backward. And so the reason that why I scoop my palm underneath to support your receivers, to your client wrist, because some people the wrist can be really stiff and tight. They cannot place the whole palm on the table. That's why we need to place the palm here. But in Randy's case, he can place his palm on the table easily. I can use my knee to pin just to hold, and now his arm is like in this position. And see that now I can slide my inside forearm on his deltoid, on his tricep from here, gliding and stretching. You okay, Randy?
So cool.
Yeah, it's really good. And sometimes I can turn the palm this way, lock underneath, and the knee pin on the back of the palms. And now my finger can grip the brachial radial wrist from here. Look from the front, from here. Yeah. See that? I can use my fingers, which is like a nails tool, grip and try to make way, try to loosen up, and try to use my body weight, lean backward, keep my arm straight, do not bend, do not crunch your bicep. It's gonna get back to you. Pull backward, use the body weight. See that? We are heavy, our body is super powerful. Just like, use it right. Grip, and then stretch. You good? And now, next one, just tuck, tuck, tuck. And now, just sit back, stretch. I use my whole body weight to stretch him. Just step your leg back, sit back on your butt, and then stretch. Or your hand, grab from above to get all the brachial from here, the flexor group. How does it feel, Randy? See that I will pull my body backward, my arm remains straight, look at the head. The neck turn, the shoulder gets stretched, no effort. Be good? Almost done. Now, almost the last one. The hand closer to the hip. The hand closer to the hip. Go underneath and lock. Elbow, lock to the elbow. This one, I'm gonna pull my draping to cover the chest. Just like the idea earlier, we're gonna use a cloth to stretch. And here, the hand closer to the head. Scoop underneath the shoulder. And now, squat, sit down, take a deep inhale. As he exhales, I'm gonna put his shoulder all the way up to stretch. Use your body weight. Inhale, sit down, exhale, stretch. Now my forearm stroke can work on the neck, line all the way to the head. Do you like it? $40. No, a house. A condo in Miami would be great. So upper trapezius and push all the way here. And now, next one, I'm gonna flip him. I'm gonna stretch the pec. Change the hand position. Change the hand position from this position to this position. Why? If you place your hand on behind the back, the shoulder can be internal rotated and it can hurt more. So if you place the palm alongside the body, the shoulder becomes external rotation. See that? Like this. Now I name this one girlfriend, let's go shopping. Because you'll be girlfriend, we like to hook the arms. And now I'm just gonna go around, hook. And then I'm just gonna sit down, doing nothing. Come back up, see, the boob doesn't like get out. Cover the chest, hook the arm, and then the basic one, just sit down. You okay, Randy?
Is your fist pushing pressure on the QL or no, on your
No,
lower back?
not yet.
No?
No. So hand like this. Now I'm just gonna lock, and then stretch. If you wanna add more pressure, this is your time. Use the knee, lock, sit back, and try to rotate the body more toward the foot, or change the arm position. Hands on the shoulder, cover the boobs, cover the chest, sit backward, and stretch. And now add mobilization. How does it feel, Randy? See that? Hands on the shoulder, fully supported and everything. And make sure cover the chest. If you work with a big body, step your legs over, really close. The knee, hook underneath the elbow. And now, your lower hand, grab the wrist, pull up, and stretch. Doesn't matter how big, how dense, it's gonna work. Or even apply mobilization from here. And here, turn the neck. You can even like scoop and twist. And then stretch. How does it feel, Randy?
It's a good stretch.
Yep. Like full like.
Stretch like that.
See that? Like low back twisted. You okay? Yeah. Good. And then bring your arm back. The whole reason we use a long cloth because in case you want to work on the table, some of you may use through the bar. Some of you may use saga silk, wrapping around the body, but I don't like this attachment. I want to be free. I don't want to hold my body on the bar all the time, or buy extra, blah, blah, blah. And here, we have a long cloth. His body is heavy enough to stabilize you, and when you stand on the table, make sure you stand on the edge. Grab the cloth, sit down, track the body backward. It doesn't matter how big, lift, track, pull back, stretch. Or if you want to apply a chair type of work, now, Brandy, can you move forward more? Now you're on the table already, and my foot is clean. See that? You can use your foot to apply on the back. It's very strong. Push, push. And I also love to work on the arms, this position. So one hand, just step to lock. Or if you think it's too much, use a cloth. See that? Hold the gripping. He's heavy enough to lock your body. And now see that? I can use my foot to glide. He needs more oil. Use the foot to glide. For those like carpal tunnel, for those like tendinopathy, I love this one. It's strong enough, but it's no pain. Is that right, Randy?
It's great.
It's really good. So because of the cloth, you don't need bars, you don't need silk wrapping your body, you don't need attachment underneath the table. This is enough. See? Very good. Low back, work on it. And later on, you're going to be all right here together. Okay. So, let's check the work. Now, can you compare the difference before we started and now with Randy's body? I just work on the left. You see that his muscle become more fluid filled, become healthier. And see that it's like less shortened than before. Now it's more even than the right. Be good to start. Sorry.